Radio Vision Network. I am Mark Cook. This is Biz, and we are super excited that you have joined us this morning. We are jumping right in, and we are going to make you look fantastic on this fine Thursday morning. Biz, what do I got going on today besides everything?
Well, before we jump in, I just wanted to make sure that we pointed out we have new table swag. I wanted to make sure you pointed out because
Table swag? They're coffee mugs. It is not table swag.
You don't understand how important coffee mugs are to me. Like right next to beers and cheeses and really great seafood. I love coffee.
So Biz is an order of importance of things in life. Coffee mugs are just as important as, what were the other things you mentioned?
Beer, cheese, and...
Beer, cheese, and coffee mugs. We've learned so much about Biz in the first 5 minutes of this show.
So Desiree from Aloft stopped by out of Mount Laurel. And so she was here yesterday, and she left these mugs, and I think that they're cute. So I just at least wanted to say thank you, Desiree. Thank you, Aloft.
Well, we love the Aloft.
I like that.
Listen, and these came from the Aloft right in Mount Laurel on Route 73. So thank you guys so much. They're awesome. This morning I have my crappy travel mug. So what I'll do is when I make my second cup, I'll make it in the Aloft mugs. Thank you guys very much. We appreciate it. And hey, if anybody else wants to send us mugs, we'll take them. So send them over, RadioVisionNetwork.com, and click the contact link. All right, Biz.
Awesome.
We got to get going. Let's go. Let's get moving here.
We are lucky enough here because we were talking about how you're always so dapper and you have everything so put together.
I do what I can.
We want to make sure that we're helping the other guys out there, the husbands of the ladies watching, the significant others, to get just as swagger.
That's right.
So we have with us today Jolene Schwartz with Appearances for Men in Mount Laurel. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me. What a treat.
I'm so excited. So let's get into it. So before I dive into the trends and things like that around male grooming, can you tell me a little bit about Appearances for Men as a business, how it started, and what got you into it?
Appearances for Men is now the destination for men who want great haircuts. It's located in a corporate office building so that it's easy and quick for convenient for business people to get there. I got started as a hairdresser in high school, and when I got out of college, I decided that hair cutting and grooming was what I wanted to be doing rather than all the hair coloring and the perming and that stuff. So I focused on hair cutting, and by doing that, I focused on men. Mm-hmm. So I was one of those unique hairdresser barbers in the men's world long before there were a lot of us around.
So do you feel as though being a hairdresser and barber, how did you do that as a teenager? Did you go to cosmetology school in high school? How did you make that transition to say, I want to do men's hair and focus on the men's side of it?
Well, they had hairdressing in high school. So by the time I was out of high school, I was already a licensed cosmetologist. Awesome. And then when I got out of college, I looked at the industry, and I just thought that hair cutting was where I wanted to be and to be away from all the chemicals and everything.
Sure.
Barbershops still weren't doing any of that stuff, so that drove me into the men. And then I found out that I had a skill for doing a little bit different barbering because of my hairdressing background. So when the guys had longer hair, I could handle that differently than the traditional barber who was just used to the clipper and comb and just take it all off. I was a little bit more into the styling, and a lot of the women, husbands, wives would say, well, you can go back there because she didn't shear you like the regular barber does.
Yeah. Right. So the salon is over on Mid-Atlantic Drive. It's at 6000 Mid-Atlantic Drive in Mount Laurel. But brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You put the salon where the customers already are. This is like one of the greatest moves ever. So it's easy for people to get to if they're not already in the office building. But if they are in the office building, your customers are right there to walk in. And that's something I should mention. There's no appointments at Appearances for Men.
Nope.
You are 100% walk-in, and we're talking about efficiency to the max. How do you do that? How do you not set appointments and have everybody in and out in a timely manner? Because I know that is what you guys focus on.
The quality of my work gives me that ability to take care of my clients efficiently, but they also know that it's worth the wait. So if there are a few people stacked up, the local people will go back to their office and come back later.
Right.
The people from outside will wait because they've made the time. There's usually food available in the restaurant that they can take up a little extra time. But I find that men just don't like another appointment. Their days are so busy.
Right.
That's true.
And they change. So if they had an appointment and it gets canceled, I'm right off of 295 and 38, so they can just zip in and fill in their time efficiently. So it works for both of us, actually.
Yeah, it's beautiful because, you know, I was actually looking in the mirror this morning and I'm starting to get like starting to get the wings a little bit here. Like I was always a guy that was that straight 3 across the whole thing and be done with it. And then as I kind of grew up a little bit and matured, I realized that I needed to change my look. I needed to be a little bit more fashion forward, style, and all these things. And I started growing my hair out. And what's happening now is that I'm realizing that I'm losing it in a lot of different places. So when I grow it out a little bit, it helps kind of keep it looking a little bit more full. So that's like a trick for guys that are always getting their hair cut real short, that if they let it grow a little bit and go to a professional, they can kind of give the appearance of a little bit more hair while they're going through this terrible time of their hair falling out and looking in the sink and seeing all the hair. It's terrible, Jolie.
It's always about maximizing what you have. And even the appropriate product can make a difference in helping to disguise or volumize what you do have.
Do you have like when you look at my hair, do you have something in mind? Like are you like, man, this guy's missing the mark. I could work with this guy's hair and make him look so much better, or are you more like, I would want him to have the cut that he wants and we'll kind of manage it that way, right? Like, is it you're creative, or is it what the customer wants, or is it a nice combination of both?
It's a combination of both. I generally start by asking what you want, and some guys will go, well, I don't know. Well, so then I need to know a little bit more, and so then it's about, well, what do you do? What do you need your hair to do?
Mm-hmm.
How do you need it to look? And do you want it to look the same every day, or do you want a weekend look that's more fun?
Right.
Do you spend any time with it, or do you get out of bed and towel dry it and go? Are you willing to put any product in it, or does that bother you? And it's an amalgamation of all of those answers or non-answers that help me decide what's best for you and your hair, and that's going to make you feel good when you walk out.
Those are some really good questions.
Yeah.
I need my hairstylist to start asking those questions. I don't think people think to ask that. So what was your professional opinion of his hair? I kind of wanted that live critique.
Did I have a professional opinion? I can come up with it.
Whoa! All right, so we got to take a break.
All
This
right.
is perfect. We'll take a break.
We'll take
You
a
can think
break.
about it in the break, and
Yeah.
then when we come back, you guys can trash my hair,
I
and we'll
know.
figure out how we can make it look better. I'm gonna run out to the car. I have a brush out there. I'm gonna go brush it real quick and try to make it look a little bit better.
All right.
Hey, thanks for joining us this morning. We got to take a quick break, but we will be right back with Jolene Schwartz from Appearances for Men and Mount Laurel. Stick around. We'll be right back.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
Welcome back to Morning Coffee. I am Mark, this is Biz, and we are on the Radio Vision Network, and we're still talking to appearances for men. Ms. Jolene Schwartz. Good morning again, Jolene. So, before the break, Biz was adding fuel to the fire about my hair, and she wants you to critique and give an idea of what I could do to improve my hair. Any thoughts? Or am I... Hey, Jolene, don't be afraid to say, look, you're doing great. I wouldn't change a thing.
Well, you have a specific reason for what you're doing. You've been growing your hair out to give you some versatility. And sometimes we have to do that. You know, sometimes we have to grow and grow and grow until it gets to a point of no return, and then we have enough to work with to actually create a new style. Women do it all the time. We cut our hair off, we grow it long, we change the color, we change it back. You know, versatility is fun, and fashion is all about fun. And as you said, you're growing it out right now, and now's the time to think about where you're growing to. What do you need to be right for your profession, for your social life, for your fashion sense? And those all get taken into consideration when you come into appearances, and we decide together what direction we're going to go and how we're going to change that look for you.
Now, I know I can't make an appointment because that's how you roll over there. You guys don't do appointments. It's all walk-ins. It works perfectly. But I think what's going to happen is when I come in, you're going to have to lock the door for an hour, and we're going to have a major consultation, right? Because look, we've got a lot to talk about here. We've got these power alleys here. I know you can see them. They're creeping back so far. They're about to meet this oasis of lack of hair in the back. They're about to get together, and it's disheartening. It's terrible what's happening on top of my head. You know, I'm a mediocre looking guy to begin with, and then you put this mess of hair on my head. What am I supposed to do, Jolene?
Not a problem. We're going to lighten it up. We're going to make it flow and give you a fun style.
She's got an answer for everything. I love it. That means that she is the best. She is the tops. You need to go and get your hair cut by Jolene. And listen, if your husband, your boyfriend, your brother, your dad, another guy that's in your house that might be needing a little bit of help,
Sons.
urge them to go to Appearances for Men and see Jolene, because this is the kind of care that she takes. I mean, she took the time to listen to what I said about my hair and then formulated her opinion. It wasn't, okay, well, you just need to do this or you just need to do that. She actually asked me specific questions about what I was trying to do. Now, my answers weren't very good, but she was able to formulate an educated opinion on what we should do with my hair, so I appreciate that.
And we try it, and if it doesn't work for you, we keep working on it. But it's a conversation between you and I and what works for you.
Yeah, there's a special relationship between your hairdresser and
There
and
is.
yourself.
There absolutely
It helps
is.
to control the way that people perceive you. That's first impression. People are making these in seconds. So speaking of first impressions, how we perceive people have changed over the years. Now, you've been in business for 29 years. It'll be 30 in April of next year, right? So congratulations.
Thank you.
So I would love to know about the trends that you've seen from when you started and across the years. Like, what were the popular styles, or maybe clear differences in what people are asking
30 years
you?
ago? How fun is this?
Yeah,
That was
you know,
like
just-
perms. That was like big perms, right?
Not at appearances. You know, corporate executives were the mainstay of appearances in the very beginning, and you know, they wanted a consistent look. They didn't want to look like they just had a haircut. They didn't want to look like it was growing out. As you said, first impressions are so important. So you want that look that just makes them look clean and neat all the time, especially salesmen and marketing who are meeting new people every day. You can't change that first impression. So that was the rule of the day, was clean and crisp and just looking good consistently. You know, then things have changed a little bit, and now we have a lot more people who work virtually. A lot of people who roll out of bed in their pajamas and sit at their computer. Their perception of grooming is a little different than it was. And then there's the people in the middle. There's some of the younger kids who are looking for that dapper look, you know, with a longer top and, you know, using more product. You know, the older execs never really wanted to put a lot of product, maybe just a little holding loop was fine. But the plethora of products today, some that just give a little shine, some that give volume, some that give wax, that hold it up, some that make you look like you've been to the beach. There's so much more versatility today and so much more acceptance in the business world on what your look can be.
You mentioned about some products. Now I know that you're not here to sell any products except for, you know, people coming to appearances, right? You want people to come in, but is there anything for guys that you really like? Is there a product line or a specific type of hair product? Like I use this molding paste that I really like, and now that's all I'll use. I won't use any of the other creams or gels or anything like that. Do you have any of those types of products?
I tend to start with creams because they're the least gunky in the hair, and they do provide a little bit of control and a little bit of volume. I tend to look for products that aren't overly scented,
right?
Because it bothers some people, or it's just too strong to put on in the morning. But again, it depends on the style. I'm a creative person, but I'm also a curious person, so I'm constantly trying new product. And it's not necessarily always lines of product that work, but a piece here and a piece there that fit that bill.
Yeah, and I want to just mention real quick, when people are out of the store and they're buying product that's not sealed or has that little plastic thing around the top, a good bet would be to open it up and take a look. There have been at least a half a dozen times in the last couple months where I've bought product and I've gotten it home and it's got a finger scoop out of it.
Ew.
Or somebody has tried the product in the store, and because I didn't check it and because it's not sealed, you know, you don't realize it until you get home. So just a little tip, because there's nothing more mortifying when you open it up and you see there's a finger scoop out. I had to throw it out. I wasn't going to use it with somebody else's finger in my hair stuff, right? That's pretty disturbing. I contacted the company and said, you should seal your stuff. I like your stuff, but I can't buy it because all the tubes on the counter have finger scoops out. So that's a little public service announcement brought to you by Appearances for Men. Make sure that you check your products before you buy them, because it's gross. And I can't believe that somebody would do that, but it's something to keep an eye out for. So we've talked about products. We've talked about how things have changed a little bit over the years. You offer great haircuts. That is your thing. So, and it's you, right? It is just you. So I know you don't offer a ton of like ancillary services, but is there anything else at the salon that I would be able to partake in? Do you do shaves or any of those type things?
Most of my service is all part of the haircut service.
Okay.
Because as I finish, I always shave the neck with a straight razor. I believe that it gives you a cleaner look that lasts longer. And it's pretty unique. There's not a lot of places that will still do a clean shaved neck. But then there's always the other little things, ears, nose, and eyebrows. And as people seem to lose their hair in one place, those places seem to be growing. And just a little bit of attention to those really make you feel great.
Yeah, and that's the type of attention and care that you'll get if you go over to Appearances for Men, because Jolene is going to personally take care of you. And it really is a special thing. I mean, you don't get to be in business for 30 years in the same place if you're not doing something right.
And I do beards. And what I'm able to do having that special barbershop chair is lay the chair back, so that when you go to start working underneath and making a line, it's so much easier to do it with a reclined position.
Right.
And then bring the person up and finish and make sure that it's all symmetried up.
So what do you got? You got some of those old school barber chairs in the shop?
I
Oh,
do.
that's awesome.
So we're gonna go, hopefully, and I hate to, I mean, this is going very, very well.
Are you taking me to a break?
I'm
What?
sorry.
You don't
It's not
think
my fault. Producer's
Don't
fault.
you know? Don't you know that I know? I have eyes on the side of my head that I
Well,
knew we
well,
were
because,
up against the
you
break.
know, I really wanted to make sure that we had enough time after the break to get all the details and make sure that people knew where to go and how
Yeah.
to take advantage of the services.
All right, get
So,
us out of here. What
We're
are we
going to
doing?
jump right back in, so thank you guys for watching Morning Coffee. Give us a few moments, take a word from our sponsors, and stay tuned.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
Saving your business money is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Tanker Consulting Services, a payment solutions expert, will show you how with a free, detailed, written analysis illustrating your cost savings. We usually uncover savings between 10 and 25%, and sometimes more. We can help your business succeed by providing reliable and secure merchant payment solutions such as merchant services programs, point-of-sale systems, and ATM machines. TCS, one of the leaders in regional credit card processing consulting, offers electronic payments to merchants locally and nationwide through our preferred vendor programs. We work to keep business costs down with a comprehensive suite of quality products, services, and customized credit card processing programs exclusively tailored for your company. TCS is convenient, reliable, and innovative, with customer service available 24/7, 365 days a year. Our in-depth industry knowledge, partnership strategy, and innovative processing solutions allow for a specialized approach to providing merchant bank processing with 100% full fee disclosure. TCS is one-stop shopping for all your merchant services solutions. Our clients save money 100% of the time. Trust Tanker Consulting Services, the knowledgeable, professional, and friendly provider of secure payment services. We set the standard by which others are measured. Call now for a free written analysis. 609-922-0201.
And welcome back to Morning Coffee on the Radio Vision Network. I'm so glad you stayed tuned. I'm Biz, of course, my host here, Mark, and we still have Jolene with Appearances for Men. And before the break, Mark told us about the story about you getting the gel with the finger scoop in
Finger
it.
scoop.
Our producer Keith came in and said, hey, that's happened to me before, and I noticed I started thinning after that. And I think that that's the problem. Well,
He was kidding.
well,
He had the finger scoop habit, but because he's balding, he said that that's what caused
Well-
it. It was a joke, Miss.
here's the thing. It brought up the conversation of the fact that for women in our sections, we have so many try-me's.
Right.
We're used to trying a plethora of products. It's just expected. But for men, it's not something that you really take time doing. You see something, you get something you like, and then you're good.
Then we stay with it,
Yeah, but there may be something better. And Jolene, we were talking right before the break, and I had to cut her off. So, no, save it. Save it. Because I'm very big on learning. And I think that if you have the ability to teach people while you're providing a service that they're already finding a value in, it's wonderful. So if we can talk a little bit about how you educate your customers on what you do, just so that they're more informed. And I'm sure it's one of the reasons they come back to you.
If it's about product, I usually choose what I think is going to work best for them. But I also want to educate them on why that's the case. And if I have a dozen different products in front of me, I'll pick 3 or 4 of them and put them on so they can see the difference in the thickness, they can smell the difference in the product, they can feel the difference in the texture, and explain why this product will do this and this product will do that. And that way, if they choose not to purchase it from me, they at least have an education, a basis for when they go out and look for product to find the product that's going to work for their hair. Thin hair, you don't want heavy product. It'll make it way down and look flat. You know, heavy hair, you may need a little bit more wax to give it that stability. There are so many reasons why we use product and the kind of product we use, and a little education goes a long way.
And I must say, you might not think that matters, but when you're dealing with businessmen travel. So they can come to you and they can get their hair done, but if they have to go and travel somewhere for a week or two and then they decide that they need to get something with the limited restrictions that we have when we're going through TSA, it's very helpful to know what to look for when you can't bring your own stuff. So, thinking about the versatility, especially with the summer months coming up, I'm sure that people might be going for different styles. So having someone that not only does the service but helps is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I love that.
I want you guys to enjoy my last few minutes here on Morning Coffee as my comments to open this segment have prompted our executive producer, Keith. I think I've just been fired. Keith, I'm sorry. I was just talking. It was more to. Anyway. So yeah, that's what happened. He came in and he was like, I was just wrong, and it was wrong, and I apologize. I didn't mean any harm. It was more about how Biz didn't.
Well,
right?
hair is a very sensitive topic.
It
but
is.
most of the
It
time
is.
when we're talking hair, we're talking women, and if we color it, or if we cut it,
Right.
or why did you cut it,
Right.
or what's professional. And it's interesting because when you do talk beauty, you think women, but when we're talking grooming, I think it's really nice to give men the spotlight because it's a very understated quality. And hair, especially as you get older, is a very sensitive topic. So knowing exactly how to do things with your hair to help prolong and keep the youthful nature, I could imagine, how that could be a little bit, sensitive. So
Yeah, it's a sensitive subject. Now the
so-
studio door is about to open, and he's about to come in. He's about to kick my butt out of here.
No, not at all, not at all. I'm sure you will redeem yourself with the next guest.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, because now we've taken up some time joking, which is all fine and dandy, but for all the people that are viewing, the wives, the mothers, the people at work who happen to be taking up their coffee break, learning about their grooming, I want to make sure you know exactly where to go, who to contact, where to find more information. So, Jolene, if you can look directly into camera 3, just give them this is your time, promote your business, and make sure they know how to get in touch with you.
Okay. Well, I'm Jolene Schwartz from Appearances for Men. I'm located at 6000 Mid-Atlantic Drive. That's in the Laurel Corporate Center, right at the intersection of Route 38 and 295. I'm open Monday to Friday from 9 to 6 and no appointments. So come on over and let's talk about your new style.
Check her out. Her name is Jolene Schwartz. She is the owner and stylist over there at Appearances for Men on Mid-Atlantic Drive in Mount Laurel. Jolene, thanks so much for coming
Thank
in this
you.
morning. This was awesome. We hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you. Thank you for coming to see what we're going to do over there. I'd like a chance at your new
Yeah.
style.
She can see the future. She knows I'm coming,
I
so
can't
that's a beautiful thing. So go check them out, Appearances for Men and appearancesformen.com, right?
Absolutely.
Check them out. We got to take another quick break here on Morning Coffee, but we will be right back.